Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Bionic Overload here. Today, we're going to be doing a deck profile on my cousin's Metalfoes. I was about to say DDDs because we just opened that like not too long ago. But we're going to be doing a deck profile on my cousin's Metalfoes deck. So, why don't you show us what you play in it, man?
All right then. So we play the traditional 15 Metalfoes. So 3 of Metalfoes Silvern, Gold Driver, Steelin, Volflame, and Bismugear. So the traditional 15. And then after the 15, we play 3 Eccentrics.
So you basically like use it like kind of like MST and stuff like that.
Yeah, basically, it combos really good when you have the set for the combination. It searches you out a Metalfoe monster when you don't have an extra one, and really carries out the plays farther. After the Eccentrics, we have 3 Bambukus and the 1 Kirin, and also the Nikomata. I play the 5 Magispectors, including the cat, because you always want to get an extra search for a Bambuku or a Kirin.
So like thin the deck out, right?
Yeah, to thin deck out, and also if I have a Bambuku or a cat out, I can always overlay for a Totem Bird, and negation is always boss in this deck.
And plus, you still have the Kieran now as well, so
Yeah.
you're gonna be bouncing and you get negate, so you're really disrupting your opponent.
Yeah, after that, basically one of the best powerhouse in the whole deck, in my opinion. I have the Cleaford engine. I prefer this over the Synchro build because I played the Synchro build for a long time, but I felt that the Synchro build didn't have enough consistency. You always had to draw into the Gofu and special summon, and that just can kill plays if you don't draw into it. So
and it's easier to like search these out, right?
It's
It's searchable unlike the Gofu. Like Gofu, it's just luck of the draw, really. And
yeah, so basically these are easier to search and they just carry on plays faster. And then basically because of format, you main 2 Maxis because it's at 2, and this card is just going second. This card is just broken in this format,
especially with the upcoming Zodiac stuff.
Yeah, it's Zodiac. Basically, you drop Maxi. Sorry about that. You drop Maxi on them, and it's either they take the challenge or they just stop plays. After that, I play the 1 Rescue Rabbit because if anything, if you draw into this and a fusion or any Metalfoes to pop, you can easily have a Mithrilium or Oracle first turn. So that's always good. So in total, I believe that should be 15, 27 monsters, I believe, roughly around there. Then
but I mean, it doesn't like it might be a high monster count, but I mean, you are playing Pendulum.
Yeah. So high monster count is really not bad on this deck as long as you get your searches out. So anything, if the more Metalfoes or the more searching cards that you get, including any Metalfoe, any Magispector except the Kirin or the Cleafords or even the Rabbit, it'll just extend plays, and that's what helps this deck a lot. Moving on to spells, I have the 3 Summoner Arts. So for Summoner Arts, it's really good in this deck because you have the 5 targets, which includes the Cleafords and the 7 Metalfoes, the level 7. So you have 5 targets. So it's really good because whatever you search out, even if you draw into the Monolith, you can still search out the Scout or vice versa. Or if you just need that one more Metalfoe in your hand, you can always search out the Volflame, and it will just carry out plays. After that, you only play 2 Painfuls. 2 is good in this deck. I tried 3 once, but I kept drawing into multiples, and you really never want to draw multiples of this card because 2 in hand is just a dead Painful because you can only activate once per turn. So 2 is okay in the deck if you draw it or not. After that, you play the 2 Mystical Space. 2 is really good because, like I said, with the Eccentric, you always want to pop either opponent's card, or if you set the combination, you want to pop your combination to get that extra search. So MST is really good in main. After that, most expensive card in the whole deck. You play two Desires.
But how do you like the Desires? Do you think, because a lot of people are iffy about it. Personally, I'm also kind of iffy on it. I don't even know if I want to run it for my DDD deck. So what do you think about it though?
Personally, Desires, I feel like it really doesn't kill the deck as long as you search out any of your Metalfoes spell or traps and you set them. As long as you have those set and you don't banish those, anything you banish, as long as you get the +2, will help you carry on your plays. So if you draw into Bunbuku, you normal summon Bunbuku to get the curing because you don't want to banish that. Or if you have like 4 Metalfoes in your hand, you always want to search out your spell and trap for the Metalfoes because those are the ideal ones to carry on the deck. So I feel 2 is good. 3 would not be good in the deck to my personal opinion because if you draw into multiples, this card is really dead.
Yeah, because it's just like once per turn, I believe, right?
No, it's multiple times, but the thing is, it just thins out deck really much. So you never want to thin out your deck. You want to get pluses, but you never want to thin out that much.
Yeah.
So 2 is okay for me.
Plus, you could also, like, if you use them back to back, you could just banish all your combo pieces.
Exactly, yeah. After that, I play the one-ofs of the spells, the 1 full and the 1 Metalfoes fusion. These are good at 1 because the Metalfoes fusion, it can add back once per turn, so it can carry out the plays. And then the fusion at 1, it's good because you can just, with Mithrilium, just add it back. So that's good. And then for traps, we only run 3. We run one of each Metalfoes one, so 1 combination, 1 counter. Counter I used to play at 2. But 1 is enough. You can always shuffle it back, but if you need to add 1 Metalfoes back from extra deck, you can just banish it and add it. So that's good. And the combination is just a combo piece with Eccentric or MST.
So do you think, back to the counter before you keep on going, I've seen people like play at 3. Do you think that's way too much or?
Personally, I feel like a 3, there's really no space for 3, but at 1 it's okay because as long as you have another Metalfoes in your hand and you don't have to banish it to add 1, you can just shuffle it with Mithrilium. And Mithrilium works with more, the better way to work with Mithrilium if you have more Metalfoes cards in your grave. So if you just keep it in grave and you shuffle it to add 1 back, it'll serve you the same purpose of banishing it just by shuffling back and adding 1 from the Pendulum Zone. So 1 and 1 is fine for me. And then for the last trap, you always play the 1 Vanity. Because Vanity just
You think it's going to get banned?
Personally, I feel, it's going to get banned in upcoming format because since the new format is going to be tier 0 with the Zodiacs, the Vanities is really going to kill the deck. So they really don't want to lose sales or anything with their Zodiacs. So they're probably going to ban it.
But even without Zodiacs, would you think they should ban it or? Let's say like Zodiacs was like that was coming out next year. Like they gave let's say they gave Zodiac the DD treatment and they just like pushed it back till like the next year. What do you think it should still get banned or?
Personally, yes. The card is way too powerful. Even if it's at 1, it's way too powerful. If you go first and you draw into this card, it just shuts down any deck. So personally, it should just get banned.
Because you tend to you're gonna build your insane board, and even if your opponent does, let's say your opponent does have an out to it. Unless if he has a MST in hand, it doesn't matter if he has answered because ban these.
Yeah. So it should get banned. So main deck, it's 42. So move on.
Which is fine because of Desires.
Yeah, Desires always. Extra deck next. I run the 1 Alkahest. 1 is good because you can always shuffle it back with Mithrilium. So 1 is good in that. Then you want the 1 Adamante. After the Synchro build, I still play the Adamante because let's say game 2 or even 1, if someone cherries you and they cherry your Mithrilium, you still want to go into a monster with high attack. So a 25 normal fusion, that's okay. I play the 2 Oracals. 2 Oracals is really boss because the Graveyard effect when it gets destroyed or sent from field to grave, to destroy anything is just OP. So I run it at 2.
Or is that once per turn, or like it does like if it's a different copy, the second copy like just activates?
It's as long as it gets sent to the grave.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't have like in parentheses the name or whatever.
No, I believe not. No. So it says long as this card is sent to the grave. So you can either fusion or just tribute it for like curing target or anything, and it'll just get effect off. So it's really broken. Most people play it at 1, but 2 is really good for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the number 1 OP Metalfoes from the deck, Mithrilium. This card.
Just 2?
Just 2. 2 because of the Oracle. I run it at 2.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 is broken. You want to run no more than you don't want to run less than 2. More is fine, but if you run 1, that's garbage.
It's dumb.
It's dumb. You just want to run it at 2. This card is the powerhouse of the whole deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's such a big cherries target. This just outdoes plays and carries on plays if you shuffle, and it's just the best metaphor.
Oh yeah, because I mean, people like even like side games, they'll side the kaiju, and you just keep on re-looping that kaiju.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've done. It's been happened to me tons of times. Like though, I'll have a big board. I'm like, man, not even Mithrilium can get rid of this, and then they'll kaiju me, and then they'll Mithrilium get the kaiju back into their hand, and then kaiju me again. So
yeah, so basically like this, and if you have this on board with Kieran, it's you can just kaiju like over like 3 times, and that's just broken in this deck. After that, that's all the fusions. I only run 6 fusions.
Mm-hmm.
After that, XCs, 1 Totem Bird. Totem Bird's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Negation is always good in any deck. Then I run the Utopia package.
Mm-hmm.
This to outdo anything big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an easy answer for anything, really.
Yeah, so basically, like, because you can't chain 2 when you use the effect, so that's good. Then we have the Karen Gordon. Against ABCs, this is one of the best cards, if not the best card. It's just when they buster to banish something and you have Karen Gordon on board, to change target is just so OP because you can either banish one of their cards or just anything in general. Excuse me about that. And it's just broken. They won't have an out to this most of the time.
Well, do you plan on keeping it? Because, I mean, like we've been talking about, like, you know, Zodiacs is about to come up. So, I mean, all the meta, you know, it's about probably drastically changing stuff. So, are you still going to play that, or are you thinking about maybe putting something else in?
If anything, I'll probably test with a break sword instead of this. But it just depends until when they come out to test. But right now, this is really good for the format.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we have the Infinity package.
Mm-hmm.
This is really good just to absorb and negate. It speaks for itself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then since I have a side deck for cherries, I have the One Buster, the Dark Law, and the Toad.
Mm-hmm. Pretty standard for cherry.
Yeah,
targets.
pretty standard. So then, you want to see side deck?
Yeah.
All right. So side deck, we have
The 3 cherries.
the 3 cherries. Really good against basically any meta deck right now. ABCs, Toad Heroes, Paleozoics, just really good.
Mm-hmm.
We can run 2 Jinzos for Paleozoics mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit on the fence about that, but I mean, I have heard that Metalfoes is like their weakest counterpart is Paleozoics. To my knowledge, is that like really true? Is it really that scary?
It's scary in the sense that their back row really can shut down your deck. In the sense, if they go first and they set 5, any of the traps can be like an MST or it can banish. And that can really break your boards, or it can even stop your plays because you won't have that extra card that they got rid of. So this is really good. If I had Denkos, I would definitely play Denkos over this because Denkos is just broken. After the 2 Jinzos, we have 2 DD Crows. DD Crow is always good. Basically, if Graveyard Effects, if you activate, you can just DD Crow it and banish it. So it'll just stop that. After that, I side 2 sloths.
Why 2?
2 because any deck, if I go first, any deck that goes from extra deck heavy or even pendulums, this will stop them. This is just broken. Even in the mirror match, this is broken. You can just build big and then either normal summon it or pendulum it, and you'll just stop decks in general. So 2 is good in this. Right now, testing with Lava Golem and Sphere Mode. Reasons for Sphere Mode. Sphere Mode, it's a normal summon. So other than the Kaijus or even the Lava Golem, this is an out to basically Vanity's Fiend to anything, because you just tribute. It uses your normal summon and you just set it down, and you either get rid of the Vanity's Fiend, or if you're playing total heroes, you'll get rid of basically their whole board, and clearing out is just really good.
Yeah. Especially against Toads, because, I mean, usually you don't just see the Dark Claw and the Toad. You see them with, like, a Rafflesia as well or something. So, like, make sure they're protecting, like, super protecting their stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty understandable.
Yeah. After that, we play one Side Blocker. Side Blocker is good against basically, like, rogue decks, anything that you can stop by declaring a name. Side Blocker is really good. After that, we have System Down, just 2. 2 is good because you do the cherries, and basically if you draw into cherries or System Down for ABCs, it'll just shut down the deck, basically. And then we run the third MST.
Why is it on the side?
Side because if anything, you only main the 2, but if you're not drawing into the MST or the Eccentrics hard enough, you always want to get that extra so you can extend your plays with the combination. So this is in there for the third, and that's basically it.
You got any like combos, or like you might show like one combo at least?
Yeah. So a really good combo that you can get first turn would be Bambuku. Then you have, let me see, Summoner, and then let's say you draw into any of the what's it called, Metalfoes, and then the last card can just be a blank. It can be really anything.
You just need those 4 cards, really.
Yeah, you really just need these 4 cards. Basically, you just Summoner Art. You search out your. Give me a second. Your Scout. Activate your Scout. Pay the 800. Search out your Monolith. After that, you set your whatever scale you pop to set. You said fusion or anything. Set fusion. After that, you can normal summon the Bambuku for Kurin. Then you set your other scale. You pendulum the 3, and then you overlay for
the Infinity Package.
Yeah, Infinity Package. And you can sit on this board, or even if whatever this other card is, if it's another Metalfoes, even if it's a MST, a combination, mostly if it's like an MST or Eccentric, you can pop this to set a combination and then MST it or whatever it is. But this right here is a really good board because you have your bouncing and your negation, so really good board to sit on.
Very stunning.
Yeah, very stunning. So it really stops decks.
All right, well, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
It's pretty good build. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, remember to leave a like, comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks to my cousin for showing us this dope deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll probably do some more in the future. Maybe feature some people from our locals or whatnot. And yeah, remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. And we'll see you guys later. Peace.